Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Devin and today I am doing my 2-month pregnancy update. So if you haven't already seen my 1-month pregnancy update, go ahead and stop this and watch that. I will link it down below. But this is my second one. So I am doing these every single month, just a pregnancy update. And I'll also break it down into a more broad scale if you like that to like first, second, and third trimester. And I'll be making some additional videos here soon as well, like some tips on how I've been dealing with nausea and fatigue and all that kind of stuff. So definitely, if you have not done so already, click that subscribe button so you do not miss any of my future videos because I have a lot of pregnancy updates coming for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. Today I am 8 weeks and 1 day pregnant. So this is going to be my update on how my second month of pregnancy has gone. So the first month of pregnancy, of course, was a little short-lived. That's when I started to experience my very early signs of pregnancy before I took my test and found out I was pregnant, and then I had like a couple weeks knowing I was pregnant and just dealing with those symptoms. Now I've had a full month of a lot of symptoms, let me tell you. It's been rough. I am so grateful for this baby inside of me, don't get me wrong, and I know that I am blessed to even have a baby and to have conceived, especially not like actively trying and everything. So I just want you to know before we get into all the complaining, if you will, even though that's not what it is, it's just me expressing to you what my experience has been. I just want you to know that this is not me ungrateful or anything like that. This is to help other mamas going through the same thing not feel crazy and not feel alone, because right now I have still not told anybody about my pregnancy, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a little like isolated. Oh gosh, don't get emotional, Devin. Obviously my husband is the only one who knows right now, and so it's just been a lot not being able to tell anybody about it and just having to keep all that stuff to myself and put on a like happy face or whatever and just keep it going. And it's, yeah, so it's the purpose again is just to connect with other people who are going through the same things as me, and maybe if you're trying to get pregnant or are looking forward to it, or just interested in how it all goes, this can be informative for you on maybe something to expect. But again, everybody's pregnancy is different. There are some people who don't have nausea or morning sickness or fatigue, and it's just very interesting. And they also have a lot of other symptoms that maybe I have not experienced. So this is just my experience with pregnancy, my first baby, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty. So starting with week 5, and that was around the time that I filmed my 1-month pregnancy update. So I think I gave like a little sneak peek into some of the things that I've been feeling. But week 5, the baby was the size of an orange seed, and so still really, really small, and you would think like, you know, there's not going to be a lot going on with a little orange seed in you. Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot going on. I will say that is really when the nausea kicked in. And it's still going strong. If you're wondering what I'm looking at right now, I have a couple apps that I've been using to like learn about the different stages of the pregnancy and track some of my symptoms and whatnot. So those two are What to Expect app and the Flow app. So I will make sure to have those on the screen so you guys can see what those look like. Okay, so this is 5 weeks exactly. I put that I was really nauseous in the morning and the evening, not as bad during the day. I had bad diarrhea in the late morning. Really heavy boobs, thirsty, and had to pee a lot. And that was the day that I actually was able to get in contact with my OBGYN and get an appointment scheduled. So I still have not gone to my first appointment, but at that point, that's when I was able to get it scheduled for me and my husband to go in for our first appointment. So that is going to be on December 29th. Today, if you're wondering, is December 21st. So that is next week, and we're really, really excited. And they said that my husband can come in for the sonogram, so I'm super, super grateful. Just with COVID and everything, I was really nervous that he was not going to be able to be there. But my OB is allowing the spouses to come in during the ultrasound part, so I'm so, so excited about that. So anyways, that was a busy day. I was like super stressed out and obviously feeling craziness. And so those symptoms really continued on for the rest of the week. Still, again, TMI, but I mean, you're watching this video, so what do you expect? I still had like some nausea, mostly in the morning and evening, sort of died off in the middle of the day, had a lot of constipation, and this is when I started to get like super emotional. So like I started like watching some birth vlogs and I like bawled. Like like I've always cried during birth vlogs, but I'm just like so sweet. This time I think I was watching like Nikki Phillippi's birth vlog, and that was like an at-home birth, and I'd already watched that back when they first had their baby. So this was my second time watching it, just trying to refresh my memory on how pregnancy or birth works, and I went crazy. I was like, wow, like I was just over like emotional crazy person, and I was like, all right, so these are what these pregnancy hormones are. I had like some gassiness that came, and then occasional like abdominal cramps and some back aches, and I really was not like, because of the nausea, like I didn't want to eat anything, so I was really having to force myself to eat stuff, and like as soon as I woke up, like I had to eat something, and it's just like, ugh, nothing sounded good, nothing was satisfying. It was just super annoying. And so that's and then I started to get like some pretty bad fatigue at the end of week 5 as well. Yeah, I put all caps very tired on the last day of week 5, just like really, really tired. My last day of week 5 was actually what I put as the worst day of fatigue. I wanted to be in bed all day. And like I'd heard people talk about that, like, oh, I was like on the couch the whole time. I'm like, oh, please, I'm sure I'll be moving around, getting things done. No, it is unexplainable. I've never experienced this type of fatigue. Like even when I've had like the flu or something, or the cold, like yes, I'm tired, but I can still like want to like get around, go get some food. This is like I didn't want to move. Like I felt sick and I just felt so tired, and it wasn't like achy feeling. It was just like, it felt like I had a weighted blanket on me, and I just like didn't want to move. Like, nope, I'm just gonna stay right here. So I was just so tired. My husband had to like help me, be like, come on, like let's go walk our dog Daisy, like let's go do something, because it was just really rough. So that was week 5. Definitely not a fun week, but I got through it, and that's when we move on to week 6. So week 6 baby was a size of a sweet pea, so getting a little bit bigger. So as far as symptoms goes, it was basically the same thing, just really nauseous, really tired, really bloated, really heavy sore boobs. I think the thing that was added in this week is that I started to get some just more back aches pretty consistently, just really achy back. And so not sure what that was all about. It could have been, from like laying down so much because I was so tired, and like the way that I was in like the fetal position or something. But yeah, I feel like the fatigue continued to get worse. The nausea was really bad, like in the middle of week 6, like in the evening, where I just wanted to be in bed. I didn't want to get up. There's times where I had to like, we were supposed to go out with some like friends or something, and I was like, I cannot go, Christian, like I need to stay in bed. So yeah, was not expecting that this early on in the pregnancy, that's for sure. And this whole time, like, again, nothing is satisfying for food, so I am just eating what I can, just trying to get food down. Again, like, it was just one of those things, just get something in my body. Taking prenatal vitamins were a little hard, just because, just like the taste of vitamins or the smell of them made me sick. And I should mention, when I say that I feel nauseous and feel sick, I never actually got sick, and I haven't so far. So here's hoping that continues. So I mean, like, no throwing up. So it's just been a really extreme nausea, feeling like I need to throw up really bad, but just not doing that. But yeah, I just eat like a lot of like crackers, just like carby stuff. Just like simple, bland type of food, just like a lot of toasts and things like that, just to like get down what I can, which really sucks, but I mean, I had to do what I had to do. Then moving on to week 7, this is the week that I actually went on a little road trip with my husband. So we went for like 7 days. We had this plan before we found out I was pregnant. We went to like Phoenix and Sedona and Grand Canyon, Flagstaff, and Bryce Canyon National Park, Zion National Park, and like Vegas area. So we did like a ton of driving, and it was pretty hard, just in the fact that I was on like always on the go. We were doing like a ton of hiking, a lot of outdoor stuff, a lot of driving to and from each destination point. Just like a lot of like activity and just like moving and having to be on schedule. And so I will say that was really hard for me. I definitely still enjoyed the trip. I mean, hello, it's like the Grand Canyon. Like, it was beautiful. We'd never been before. So it was a great experience. And it's probably like our last trip that we're going to take before the baby gets here. We might do like a little baby moon or something when it gets a little closer. But like, that's probably her last like big adventure trip for a while, which is a little sad. But I know we'll have plenty of those in the future. But yeah, it was just tough. I was just dealing with that, again, that bad nausea. Packing for that trip, like up, like the few nights before, I couldn't even like get out of bed to like pack because I felt so sick. I was just like, ugh. I literally waited till the night before to pack everything, and that is not me. I always do it like a few days before, plan everything out, and it just took me forever to do laundry, to pick out outfits, and it was just so hard. So don't plan a trip early on in pregnancy if you think you're gonna have nausea, because it was rough. But you know, surprisingly, I was able to get through it. I did all the hikes and was super active. We did a ton of just like walking and climbing up things, and of course super safe. Nothing like strenuous where it'd be like harming myself or the baby or super risky or anything. This was all like moderate stuff, but I mean, exercise is really good, so I think that was good for the baby. And I will just say that I was really happy to be home because, like, again, like spending like all that money on food that I wasn't even enjoying was really annoying versus like cooking it at home. It's way different. You don't spend as much money. So yeah, there's that. But that was the week 7, and I forgot to mention week 7, they were the size of a blueberry. So they're definitely getting bigger. We were calling it our little blueberry. And yeah, so that brings us to week 8, which is what I'm in right now. I guess this is the last week of my 2 months, so I'm doing this a little bit early, but I think I'm doing a little bit better. I've been like figuring out what I can do to help with the nausea, which I'm going to make a separate video on, just like certain times where I need to eat or I know I'm going to get worse, or like certain foods that do well or don't, and just like a good rhythm. My husband's been really supportive, which has been really great. He's just been very like empathetic, which I definitely need some like sympathy during this time, and he's been so good at that. And just like helping me out and bringing me things and asking if I need anything and just telling me it's all gonna be worth it. And he even rubs my tummy, which is just like the sweetest little thing because it's supposed to be good for the baby. And it's of course showing support for me. He watches like all the videos with me, like on the What to Expect app, like to tell us like what's going on with the baby every week. So yeah, it's just like super exciting. So yeah, I feel like it's still a struggle, but like I'm getting used to the struggle right now. And I think I'm getting a little bit more excited now that I'm going to have my appointment. Christmas is in a few days, which is nice. I'm going to have some more time off just to relax at home, be with family. We will be telling our family on Christmas, which is, I don't know, I'm super nervous about it just because I hate like a lot of attention on me, like in gatherings and stuff. So that'll be interesting. But, you know, if we're all going to be together at the same time, I figured it'd be a good time to tell them. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm hoping to film for you guys my first pregnancy an appointment with my OB and the first sonogram and share with you all those details. But yeah, there's just a lot going on, but I'm just so tired, guys. I want to go lay down. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that my stomach, like this last, like week 8, I feel like it's expanding. Like It feels like, you know, like if you have like those little balloon animal things, you know, like the little balloons and a little pump, and you pump it and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's what I feel like is happening to my stomach. And I just feel like it's expanded and I can't suck in, and it's just like so uncomfortable. So that's been one of those things like that's been happening in this last week, is just discomfort in my stomach. Like just like so bloated feeling and gassy. So yeah, that's been something that's been getting a little bit more this week. So not really fun, but you know, hoping that it's going to get better. Oh, I forgot to do a little bump date. Yeah guys, that is my little update for you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it if you did, and subscribe to my channel again if you have not done so already. You can also follow me on Instagram, it's just Life by Devin, so you can see a little bit more up to date of my day. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.